All right, everybody, welcome into Average Joe Sports Talk. We are on the eve of another playoff round 2, another playoff weekend. We are super excited. As always, we have in Reggie, Josh Abercrombie. Now we are blessed to have in 2 legends of Etowah County. One football legend, one weight room legend.
Saxophone legend, man.
Man, he's a saxophone. He's a beast in the weight room, too. Don't let him fool you, man. I work out with him at Goes. We've got Adam Gilmer, Kevin Moore. Kevin sat in with us before. Adam sat in with us on a video you may have just watched, which is our high school preview show. But we're going to jump into this. No hesitation. Let's just dive in and let's dig into these games and let's move on.
Let's go.
All right. I want to start with this game just because this seems to be on everybody's mind. Let's just go ahead and dig into it. This is probably, if you look on paper, this is the game I think in the state outside of Thompson and Hewitt this week. And that's going to be Hoax Bluff 10-1 at North Jackson, which, not plugging myself, but kind of plugging myself. I'm going to be doing the play-by-play on 103.9 FM. Reggie's going to be doing in the booth with me. So I'm basically going to be Vern Lumpwis. And this is Gary Davis.
Hey, Gary Davis. Here we go.
Gary and y'all don't be that bad, please.
I promise you, we will be a little bit more lively today.
Yeah.
Now, anybody who's not been sleeping under a rock knows what this matchup means.
Yes.
I'm going to let Reggie dig into this game. Then I'm going to let Adam dig into this game. But before they do, I'm going to throw some stats out at you. Okay. I'm not going to say either name. I'm just going to let you know some stats right here, and I want your reaction. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick your jaw up off the ground. Okay. 131 rushes for 2,759 yards, averaging 250 yards a game, averaging 21 yards a carry. That's one of the running backs.
How'd you get my high school stats?
The other running back has 2,329 rushing yards, 28 touchdowns, and has only played in 3 fourth quarters all year.
Wow.
Okay, so what I mean by that is, had running back number 2 played in fourth quarters all year, 110% guarantee he would be at 3,000 yards. Running back number 1 is basically at 3,000 yards. Now, we are talking about Lee Witherspoon and Average Joe Sports Talk Player of the Year, Darian Meads. I can safely say this. You will not find a better running back matchup anywhere in the state this year.
If you enjoy watching the running back get the ball and do things with it,
This is your
football
this is
game.
the game.
Stevenson,
Now,
Alabama.
I want Reggie to lead off, but before we do this, I want Gilmer to tell everybody a little bit about the stage, what it looks like at North Jackson when you come out.
Well,
he played on the Etowah State Championship team, and he's about to tell you something about what it looks like up there.
Well, North Jackson is in Stevenson, Alabama, and the football stadium sits in a hole surrounded by mountains. And it is the most intimidating place you can play in the state of Alabama. I mean, it really is. When you go to a high school atmosphere and all you can think about is the Florida State, and the horse running out there rearing up and throwing a spear on the ground, that's pretty intimidating. And they're rednecks up there. I mean, y'all are rednecks up there.
I heard that they were filming Deliverance too up there.
It's in the mountains. And I'm going to tell you now, if you're going to that game right here and from Hoax Bluff, you better bundle up because it's going to be 15 degrees colder.
That's what that is the next thing I was about to say. Here in Gadsden Friday night, it's supposed to dip down into like 35.
Well, then it's going to be 15 up there, 20. It's going to be cold because, I mean, it really, guys, it's intimidating. It's very intimidating. You know, we talk about Hoax Bluff and the Woodshed, and it's hard to win. It's hard to win at Hoax Bluff. It is if you're a visitor. But it's really hard to win at North Jackson if you're a visitor, and it's a long ways up there.
It is.
It's a 2.5 hour drive, I think, something like that, around there, 3 hour drive. I mean, and you go up, and then when you come down, you come into Stevenson, Alabama, and there ain't nothing but a lumber yard up there and a big sawmill or whatever.
If anybody's built for that kind of weather, it's them boys from Hokes Bluff.
I mean, no, now Hokes Bluff, it's gonna be. I guarantee you that it's physical. I promise you. That
Reggie's got some stats that he wants to cast out at everybody right here.
I'm excited about this game. I did a little digging around today, trying to see who's going to have the edge in this game. Hopes Bluff, they're averaging 39 points a game on offense. Defense is giving up 12.5. North Jackson averaging 60.3 points a game. Defense is giving up 10.1. The way I'm looking at it, something's got to give. Hopes Bluff has shown at times they can score. North Jackson obviously can. But my thing is, has North Jackson faced a defense like Hopes Bluff's this year? That's gonna be the question, and that's gonna be the difference in this game. Is Hopes Bluff's defense, if they can contain Witherspoon, it's gonna be a long night for the Chiefs. And
it's confirmed Darian is playing both ways again.
Darian is playing both ways, so they are definitely they might be in some trouble.
Apparently, they've been building him up to be able to play both ways.
Yeah,
and he says he's good with it.
No,
he said his conditioning's turned up a notch.
Not only has the Witherspoon kid transferred in, you know, I believe North Jackson did get to a Scottsburg's best player. Our brothers.
I did hear
quarterback.
That.
They quarterback played with Dix, didn't they? The two brothers,
yeah. The quarterback, he's a pretty good sized kid. I want to say he's 6'3", runs it well, and they don't throw it much because they had to, obviously.
They don't
and then the quarterback, I believe he does play linebacker with the brother. Mm-hmm. But you know, I've seen them on film. Some they're good sized kids.
Talk to me, Kevin.
I'm looking at North Jackson's schedule.
This is what I was about to get to.
Yeah, I was going to hit on that.
Danville 0-10. Little 3A Plainview, which is one of the worst Plainview teams in years, they beat. West Morgan. Name your own Priceville. I mean,
they played one team that was 7-3. Is all I think.
Now the Arab must have a good defense because they held these guys to 41 points.
Arab's won one game this year.
Exactly. Fairview. Let's see. Oh, they just beat Fairview 78-12, and Fairview went 5-5.
I'm gonna throw this at you. This is my take on the game. Hopes Bluff's one of those teams that are Witherspoon's not gonna get hit all year like he's gonna get hit Friday night.
He'll quit.
Well, we're gonna find out if he's gonna quit because it's gonna be a little bit colder than they're used to, and he's gonna get hit. Now we seen what they did to that kid from Jacksonville who had 2,000 yards coming into that game, and they held him to 90.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, they were hitting it. Now all they were hitting Darian too, but they couldn't throw the ball. Gullich. Kid, his bicep was still tore up. So now, Darian told us out of his own mouth his bicep's back. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm telling you this right now. I will be shocked if they score 40 on Hokes Bluff. If I think Hokes Bluff's gonna do what a good defense does. Let's take Mississippi State versus Alabama this last weekend. You hold them to about half their average. You've done your job.
Yeah.
Now the problem is this: can Hokes Bluff put up 35 on them on a defense that's only giving up 10? What if their defense follows suit? Then Hokes Bluff's only in the 17 range. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what if their defense is as advertised? That's the problem.
They're not going to be able to put up points if Ashton Gullich is not able to throw the ball. And he
100% agree.
He don't have to be 100% healthy, but he's got to be better than what he was when they played Jacksonville.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He was shot putting. You could he couldn't even have a range of motion, bro.
And look, I give him props for even being out there.
Yeah.
I mean, from what
tough,
it sounds
dude.
like, that's a tough injury, especially as a quarterback.
Bro, he's playing both ways.
I know.
Yeah.
So, not taking anything away from him, but if they want to win, they're going to have Ashton.
They gotta have.
They got him.
Now, if you're a defensive coordinator in this game here on both sides, what do you do? Because you know you got two outstanding running backs that are probably both for a first-team All-State running backs together. What do you do along with the kid from UNS?
I'm gonna tell you. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to pick your poison. Hey, if it's me and I'm playing either one of these two running backs, I'm going to tell you this. They may beat me, but by God, they're going to have to earn it because I'm going to be sending every unbalanced run blitz, everything I can send. to make that big play, and he may break one or two on me, but more times than not, we're gonna hit him, and we're gonna hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is a North Jackson team that's only going to throw it 1, 2, 3 times a game. too.
That's going to be a key. Hoax Bluff has got to force North Jackson to throw the ball.
Third and longs.
Yeah, that's what they want.
First and second down is huge.
Huge, yes. They force North Jackson to throw the ball. North Jackson's in trouble.
Yes, they
I'm
are.
going 92 Alabama defense, all 11 on the line. All 11.
You know what though? Even if you line them up, and then at the last second, like Jameson does a lot of times, Jameson will run everybody up right around the line of scrimmage, and then as that ball snapped, he'll start bringing them back. He's disguising blitzes, and so you don't know where it's coming. I've watched Jameson do that several times this year with Etowah. It's beautiful. Show it. Make him audible. Make him do something crazy. Make that quarterback thing. And here's the thing about it. Witherspoon's obviously going to get his, but I will bet you. He ain't been hit like he's supposed to be hit.
No, he hasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Take the wood
It shouldn't be a matter of
Yeah.
if we're going to be, if you're Hoax Bluff, it shouldn't be a matter of if we're going to blitz, it's which blitz are we bringing on this play.
Yeah, and it's coming. And Coach Rob, now I went down there and watched Coach Rob when they won the state title. The experts across the state didn't think Hoax Bluff should have even been in that game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They played Tarrant that year.
23-0.
Tarrant was averaging, 50 a game or something, and throwing it ever down and just high flying off it. Bro, no sir. Because, Hoax Bluff will shock you, dude. Mm-hmm. They will hit you
Well,
like I remember when we used to play them back in the day, and you know, when we get off the field, I was like, man,
They're
we win the game, but we're like,
it's always going to be tough.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Coach Rob, he has that mentality. Those guys have that mentality that, hey, we're going to go out here and we're going to play.
They ain't scared of nobody.
Yeah, they're going to play 4 quarters and they're not going to let up until that final whistle. So that's North Jackson. They're going to have their hands full.
Give me a score.
A score. I don't see. I would love to see a high scoring shootout, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think both defenses are going to step up. I'm looking at like a 21-17 type game, Hoax Bluff.
Yeah.
If that happens,
Let's hear this.
that would be amazing. I think Hoax Bluff gets the win. I think it's going to be a few more points than that, but I would say 35-31 Hoax Bluff.
Okay.
Let's go,
But-
Kevin. Then I want to hear Gus.
To hold that team to 17 points would be absolutely amazing.
Where's the pen, or was this just for the college?
Oh
No, that's for us too, man.
That's
For us
for
too.
us you got
The best way.
click.
The best way to keep a high-scoring offense off the field is not by the defense; it's by you having the ball.
Correct.
And time of possession is going to be very important. Each possession is going to be like deadly for Hoax Bluff. And if they can run, if Hoax Bluff can run for at least 200 yards, I think I'm gonna say Hoax Bluff wins 17-7.
So they need to stay.
17 to, you thought they were
I'm
going to
gonna call these North Jackson kids out.
Woo!
I may look like a dummy Saturday morning.
I like it.
Hey,
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh, we got it.
Now, listening to you talk about their schedule earlier and just thinking a little bit and thinking, you know, I spent a lot of summers out there in Hoax Bluff, Alabama playing baseball, and I've got a lot of friends out there. And Hoax Bluff is kind of like a second home to me.
However,
And I said something earlier, maybe it was just that time of the moment, saying North Jackson would beat Hoax Bluff by 4 touchdowns Friday night. But I got to go back on that and say that Hoax Bluff, Rob has them kids ready to go. They're tough.
It's that time of the year.
I see a 31-28 3 overtime type game. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
Sean Barkley.
I don't think it's going to be lopsided one way or the other because you just. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
You
Two
took
good
a Sean
running
Barkley
backs.
line?
Sean Barkley kicked that extra point.
Oh boy,
yeah,
here we
send
go.
us. Send us to the Super
Shout
Show.
out
He was on
Sean
a sophomore then, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see it being lopsided one way or the other in this. I think it's
You taking a
close.
bluff?
I'm gonna take the bluff, 31-28, and
I like
3 overtimes.
That'd be nice.
Put that out
I'd
there.
love to see that.
Me too. Uh-oh.
All of us.
We got the pin.
Pin goes down.
All right.
Hoax Bluff is going to make these boys quit before halftime. This team, I think North Jackson is not as good as Piedmont. And with a healthy quarterback, I'm going to say that. I don't think they're as good as Piedmont. and Witherspoon, whatever, I don't care if it's Clarence Weatherspoon. If that guy has 250 yards on Hope's Bluff, everybody at this table gets a free meal on me.
Fair.
Mark that now. If he averages 21 yards a carry,
Got that.
I'm going to do jumping jacks on Broad Street in an elf outfit.
Hey, you got
We
this.
got to put that on the show.
If he averages these stats against Hope's Bluff's defense, I will back up everything I just said. Because I personally, with my own two eyes, watched them dismantle a running back that was unstoppable. And they was not even a quarter of their best. Their quarterback was hurt.
Heard,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
Now-
think about this. Their only loss of the year was to Jacksonville, who was undefeated. So
And they were playing.
2 points, and they made. I don't want to. I'm an average Joe, but I'm gonna question a move that was made in that game. 4th and 1, and they tried a field goal.
Right, yep.
If he's got Darian Meads. If he goes for it, I think they get it. I think they get that first down. I think they're going to score.
I agree.
And we wouldn't see this matchup until the semifinals.
Right. Now, I want to go one step further on that. You said the best, most intelligent thing at the table has been said all night.
Time of possession.
The best defense against an unbelievable offense is an offense. Because I guarantee you this, and now we're going to up the ante from Mills to me doing jumping jacks as elf to giving my house away. I guarantee you they ain't faced a running back like Darian Meads.
No, that defense has not seen anything.
And you
like
know
that.
what takes away an intimidating crowd on the road? Guess what it is?
Running the ball right down their throat.
And guess what happened? Now I'm not going to plug my man Gilmore here, but I'm about to plug him. When y'all went up to Walker, even Coach Farmer himself said, I didn't know if we could beat them. But at halftime of that game, it was over. Cadillac Williams, and they didn't. I mean, Farmer told me out of his own mouth 2 weeks ago he didn't think they could even block them. Did he not say that?
Yeah, he'll still tell you to this day.
He'll tell you this day he was
I thought
worried
it was
to death.
done.
At halftime of that game, I went to the concession stand and this guy walked over to me and he goes, all I can say is this, man. I just hope that dude's wearing an Alabama jersey. That's all I'm going to say, man, because it was over. It was over at halftime. You know why? All that momentum and all that crowd, all that stuff went out the door, buddy, when that running game started going. And they're about to get a little bit of taste of what they've been doing to everybody else.
What I would like to see first play of the game is Darian break one for a touchdown or run a kickoff.
Take the crowd out of
Just
it.
take it right from the beginning.
You know what? Rob's old school, and he's always one of those defer to the second half guys. Not me.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I would take the ball first
Yeah.
and just slow the game down from the get go, and then.
And that's going to give your offense confidence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of sets up like that Walker Etowah 99 game.
It's
because,
similar.
I mean, it's very similar.
Look at the
because
records.
Jasper is in the Boondocks. North Jackson's in the Boondocks.
Jasper's not an
You're
easy
gonna
place to play.
Oh, Jasper's not. And when you get off the bus in Jasper, Alabama, you got somebody's great uncle over there calling you everything that you don't want to be called.
I mean-
Stevenson, when they get off the bus up there Friday night, somebody's great uncle's going to be over there calling them something
You know,
that they don't
Jasper,
want to be called.
they like to fight down there. You
Oh,
know,
yes.
Coleman and Walker got into a huge brawl after the game. Coaches got into it.
Yes,
and
it's
so-
a lot like, and I mean, it may be over at halftime. I hope it is. So, look.
And I'm telling you, I'm saying this. I don't even think it's gonna be close. I think Coach Bluff's gonna win this game, 35-24. They're gonna win by more than double digits.
I noticed this during the last video, the review of week 1, but we couldn't bring it up because we're not looking forward. But now we're at the preview section, and if Hope's Bluff wins their next 2, and Jacksonville wins their next 2,
we got a
Jacksonville,
rematch.
Hope's Bluff.
We got a
Oh,
rematch.
It'll be a Jacksonville.
We're talking about these games here.
Well,
You
we're on
know,
the
there's a website you can go on, the Alabama history of football. Pull it
Right
up. Now they have the spreads on there for each round too.
They have spreads?
Yeah, they have spreads. Like last week, Etowah was -35 versus Gunners, but they got every game on there. You can look at the spreads.
Spreads?
I'm just curious to see what they got this game set
Yeah.
at, because I was going to ask you, what is the over and
Is
under
that
in
the
this game?
AF?
over
It's
here,
gotta be
guys?
up to 80.
AHS?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's-
If you'll slide that over here,
While you're
if
looking
you
at
can't
that-
find it, I'll find it and I'll show you.
While you're looking at that, we're gonna move on because we've only hit on one game.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a big game,
We're
man.
gonna do
It's huge.
It's not like this game don't have any emphasis, but we're gonna have to move on due to time constraints. Piedmont 9-2 and JB Pennington 6-5. Kevin, give me a score and let's move.
Piedmont 28-14.
Reggie,
Piedmont
Piedmont
28-7.
I'm gonna go Piedmont 31-10.
Piedmont 34-7.
35-0 Piedmont.
All right.
We're all pretty close.
Southside Jasper. Southside 7-4, one of the hotter teams in 5A, but they are playing arguably the best team in North Alabama in 5A minus outside Etowah on paper. That'd be Jasper. Gus, give me a kind of a rapid fire.
Well, you know, Southside is the state says Southside is the hottest team in 5A football. Cat's gonna have to bust one early, like he has the last
some
few
confidence.
weeks. Yeah, give him some confidence. But I just think Jasper's too much for Southside this week. I hope not. I mean, I hope Southside can.
I want
overcome it.
Southside.
Yeah, I'd like to see
want
Southside
anybody
get
around
2
here
more
to keep
weeks.
rolling.
And but yeah, I just don't think Southside's gonna be able to pull it out. I'm 31-14. Jasper.
The Southside want to pass the ball. Cat's got to have a big game for them to pull it out. Jasper, I'm gonna go Jasper 27-14.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on Southside's defense to hold that offense of Jasper down. I'm just not sure, being on the road in that atmosphere, 2-hour drive. I'm going to say Jasper 20-15.
I would love to see Southside win. I just don't think they get it this week. I think the streak comes to an end. I'm going to say Jasper 28-21. Close one.
I'm going to say I love Coach Doherty. I love Moon, Bothwell. I mean,
We've had 4 Southside players.
we've had
Oh,
4
yeah,
Southside
we-
players and
Gave Southside a lot
Coach
of love this year.
Scoot, Coach Doherty. You
Oh,
know.
Now, with that being
we've
said,
had them all.
I do think they carry a lot of this momentum they've got in the next.
I do too. They're running into a buzzsaw. I don't think it's no disrespect to Southside. It's just a bad draw.
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm gonna say Jasper 31, Southside 14.
Prove us wrong, Southside.
Prove us wrong, because I would love to see an Etowah
We want
Southside
to
rematch.
continue, yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
We would definitely have to cover the game.
we're gonna rapid fire on this one, and then we're gonna touch on 2 more after it. Lead us off. Thompson, Hewitt, Trustful. 9-1 Thompson, 8-3 Hewitt.
This is the one I circled on my calendar. I have been,
Yeah.
10-1.
yeah, I've got this one circled. Hewitt Trustful
No.
has got
10-2. 9-2. Go.
4 Alabama commits, and of course Thompson has Tallulah.
They've got an offensive lineman going
Yeah.
to Auburn as well.
Both teams very talented.
I got one going to Alabama too.
Yeah, Alabama.
It's Alabama, yeah.
Amari Knight.
Martin Knight,
Yeah,
Alabama.
A lot of Division I talent will be on the field. Me personally, I've got Thompson making it to the finals. So
Get out.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
And I know that. I
We're
know-
not talking about that yet. Let's talk
I know,
about this
I
game.
know. Okay.
Get out.
But I've got Thompson making it to the next round. I'll just say that.
That's not vodka in his bottle over there.
Yes.
Although making decisions like that rationally is. What's the score of this game, Mr. Vodka Man?
I'm gonna say 28-17.
No, they're gonna score a lot more than that. You sure that's not vodka? Kevin?
I'm going to go with Josh here. I think Thompson's going to win 123. I'm going to say Thompson wins 42-35.
I almost had this game score picked to a T when they played last time. I'm going to go Thompson again, 56-49.
Hewitt's not playing as good as they have been.
No.
They're struggling a little bit. They're
They
really.
are.
That's why they were the 4th rated team in the division.
Yeah. So,
I want to pick Hewitt. Everything in me wants to pick Hewitt, but they're not playing like they used to.
no, defense.
I want that Hewitt Hoover matchup to get the revenge game because I promise you they would not beat Hoover again.
He's laughing at me.
Last year Thompson beat them, and then I made that prediction with the
Yeah,
Auburn
yeah.
game and Alabama game. I made that prediction the week before, and I guaranteed both of those teams win, and both of them won.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team twice
in one year.
Now,
Beating them twice.
with that being said, I'm gonna lean Thompson. I want Hewitt and Hoover. It won't be as high scoring as last time. It's a little bit colder weather, and it ain't gonna be much of a track meet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 45-35, something like that.
Time out. You said it's hard to beat a team twice in 1 year.
Mhm.
I remember 1999, the Florida Gators lost twice.
I said it's
I'm
hard.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't talk trash much, but when I do, I know.
It's hard.
I was at both of those games.
This is my final appearance, so I won't be asked back anymore.
I was at both of those games. In
And
the
I was
Swamp
shocked the
and
first
in
one.
Atlanta. I was at both of them. I was at both of
And
them.
for those that don't know, I said Thompson in the finals, and that means that they would have to beat
Hoover.
Hoover or Mountain Brook next.
We'll beat Hoover next week. So, all right, we'll talk about that game in a second. Let's go.
All I gotta say is put your seatbelt on, fellas, because it's gonna be fast. I mean, you want to talk about, everybody says Husky fast. I'm not so sure it ain't Warrior fast too, because Thompson can get it down the field. I think it's gonna be high scoring like it was last time because both of them are Big 12 offenses, no defense in them. I'm gonna say 56-48. Thompson and Talia may wrap up Mr. Football in this game Friday night.
And let me bring this up. I don't think anybody's mentioned this yet, but it's in this bottom half of the bracket. You got Hoover versus Mountain Brook and Hewitt Trussville versus Thompson. That's all out of Region 3.
7A, Region 3.
7A Region 3, which we have said many times is probably the toughest in the
Best in
country.
the country.
They're the SEC.
No doubt. SEC West.
Yeah.
All right. Now, rapid fire on this one. Anybody answers incorrectly, you're going to be asked to leave. Hoover 7-3 versus 9-2 Mountain Brook. Okay.
Hoover. I mean, once they get to the playoff, regular season, they're Mr. Hyde. See what?
Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, and then they turn Dr. Jekyll during the playoffs.
Gotta go with my boys at Hoover. Niblett, playoff time is their time. So, and Mountain Brook, they're good, but they're not. We can beat Hoover.
I don't think they're explosive enough to beat them in the
they're-
playoffs.
No,
Yeah.
they're not.
If this is a regular season game, it'd be a little bit more dangerous. I say Hoover 35-17.
Yeah, I'm like Reggie. It's the playoffs. I mean, Hoover is.
Somebody proves wrong.
Yeah, Hoover is Hoover in November.
Yeah.
They going after what? How many state titles now?
He's got 7.
7.
They've got 13.
What is back? Is this gonna be 3 in a row?
This will be 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Almost
So
like
I'm gonna
42-0.
I think Hoover beats Mountain Brook up pretty good this time, and it's a 42-0 ball game or something like that.
I don't care what Hoover's record is in the regular season. I don't care what your record is in the regular season. Somebody's got to prove they can beat them in the playoffs.
Yep.
I don't
That's how I
care.
feel.
Yeah.
That's right.
I agree.
That's just the way it is. When you think they've got an 8-3 record, but that 8-3 does not represent them well.
Man, look who they play.
Look at their schedule.
I mean, they play the IMGs and
Georgia
the
St. John's.
the St. John's out of
Pinson
DC,
Valley.
the Pinson Valley. They play
They've
those guys.
played a national out-of-state
I
schedule.
mean, they probably got the toughest
They
schedule.
have the
in
toughest
state.
schedule in the
High
nation.
school.
The St. John
They have the toughest
like
schedule in the
350
nation.
pounds.
Besides maybe IMG, because IMG has to play all these schools. But
But
What?
they don't get to play in the
Actually,
playoffs.
yeah, they don't play in the playoffs.
Actually, ranked wise, Hoover has the toughest schedule in the nation.
I can see it 'cause of the
IMG
region.
plays some teams that are state champions and other like the Pittsburgh team. They won the state last year, but this year that team's got like 4 losses, and they went up there and throttled them. And now albeit they did play Mater Dei. I'll give them credit for that. They had St. John's scheduled, then that hurricane comes, so they didn't get to play St. John's, which would have been an interesting
Now,
game. St. John's IMG.
Reggie was telling me IMG has 2 teams.
yes, they do.
They do. They
Yeah,
have two
the
teams.
JV and a.
Well, they have a team that
varsity.
plays in the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, they I don't think they
But
can
they're
go to
not
the playoffs.
scholarship. Yeah, they're not the scholarship kids or whatever they call that down there.
They have a
But,
traveling team and a home
Yeah,
team.
it'd be neat to just take the top 8 teams in high school at the end of the year and play it. I mean, they do have something, and if you recall, in Miami or somewhere at the end of the year, where maybe this state champion from Texas plays this state champion from New Jersey or something. But it would be awesome to see
It
the
would
top
be
8
nice.
high school teams in the country.
And
play.
this is something pretty cool. this year I've had the privilege to watch St. John's and Hoover, who's number 4 team. I watched IMG and Mater Dei play, and next Friday night I'll be at, if good Lord's willing, we're going to Allen to watch Allen play because I'm gonna be in Texas.
That's awesome.
So Allen's ranked number 2 right now. Mater Dei's 3. Bosco's 1. I haven't got to see Bosco play, but I'm not going to see Bosco play this year because they're in Cali. But I have seen IMG. So I will get to see 4 of the top 5 teams in the nation.
Who's Allen play?
We don't know yet because they're in the playoffs, and it depends on who wins and things like that.
If you'll remember, when you were
$65 million.
stadium.
$65 million.
That stadium's
stadium's ridiculous.
That stadium's
when we were
nice.
when you and Misty were live streaming the IMG Mater Dei game, do you remember how many times people popped up and said Allen, Texas here?
Yep, Allen. Yep, they said Allen in the house.
They said
Allen
come
in the
play
house.
Allen.
Yeah.
that
Here,
place is
now,
huge.
I'm gonna plug under the radar on our channel right here.
Yeah.
Because we got to talk to the guy. We got to know the guy who runs under the radar. We got to know him at the Hoover.
Nice.
Turn up, man.
Yeah, turn up, man. Now, he told me out of his own mouth, and this guy knows more about high school football around the nation than probably anybody. Allen will not play nobody outside their area. And the reason being is their coach still is old school Texas based, where he says the best football in the nation's played right here in Texas. We don't have to schedule somebody outside. So you may see them play Plano East, Plano West. They're not playing anybody outside of that region. So IMG has begged them to come up there because look at the gate. They have 28,000 people in a stadium.
Right.
Okay, so IMG's begging to play them. They won't play them.
They played Hoover a couple of years ago.
I
They
mean-
throttled Hoover.
Yeah.
You can't
They
argue what the guy's saying. I mean, really, because
There is an argument to be made.
every high school football movie that comes out is about high school in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean,
that stadium.
crazy.
Though, I can't believe that stadium. Texas, they're stepping up their games.
when you wrap it around and it touches from one end to the other, I mean, you're
Yeah.
doing something. I'm sure they got to have the
Their
indoor
tickets
practice
look like
and shit.
NFL tickets. They're square, big tickets.
They
What if you get back 40 at
Yeah.
their stadium?
they say everything's bigger in Texas. Everything.
I mean, it's crazy.
Is
Now,
big. Their band, I think, is the largest band. In the,
I've got.
Bro,
I mean,
Did you see that?
600 and some kids in there.
Have you seen that?
Oh.
who's that, Allen?
No, bro. Have you? Misty and I was watching the other day, and Lori was there watching it, and we watched the preview of their stadiums. I want to show Misty where we was going. Dude, you know how like Hoover, some of these bands that have 350 people, and they're like from the 10 and the 10. Dude, they were from the back of the end zone line to the other back of the end zone line.
Humongous.
Stacked in there, wasn't it?
Dude, they were stacked in there like ants. Dude.
Yeah.
So that'd be the easiest band director's job you could have because all these other schools you have to drop these diagrams for them to march. Well, you got to square. They can't march because they ain't got room.
Bro, what are you gonna do? You
Yeah.
got them up in there about.
All I got to do is make sure they play.
Wow.
Now, albeit, and let's just say, I mean, we kicked our channel off with an IMG Mater Dei. That's how you get the juices flowing. That's how we got a national audience now because we streamed that game live, and at one point we had 1,900 people watching it live. That one video had 1,800 comments. So you had fans from Bosco, St. John's, IMG, Mater Dei, Allen, just all these teams I ain't even
Just
heard
because
of talking
Max
trash.
Preps had it.
They shared it on their main board.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
So we
Massive.
had people from all over the country, and there was really an argument between where is the best football played.
And right now, you want to split hairs about it? It's Bosco. Bosco, after IMG lost, which albeit IMG dominated them, they just had 2 bad busted plays and some awful calls. Awful call. Even my wife was like, that's terrible. That's a terrible call. Even Misty says that. You know what I'm saying? Like, IMG got hosed in that game. And we talked to Coach right before the Hoover game, and they sent in the tape to California and the tape to Florida, and both refereeing organizations both sent back and said those are 2 totally incorrect calls.
So
They
the
took out
players
their
were not
middle
suspended.
linebacker and their number 1 corner. So, but excuses, ands, buts, and hand grenades and all that, it don't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is Mater Dei beat them. Well, Bosco went in to Mater Dei and beat them by 20. So right now, you have to say Bosco is the number 1 team in the nation.
And they're ranked number 1 for
They
a
are,
reason.
yeah.
And their quarterback, DJ, I can't pronounce his last name, but he is nasty.
Where's he going?
He actually visited Auburn, but they said he's a heavy Clemson lean right now. But he's not this year. He's a
Nice
junior.
at
Yeah,
Bosco.
that's all Clemson needs is more.
He's
Yeah.
a heavy Clemson lean. But now Auburn interested him. If Hugh Freeze went to Auburn, it could get really interesting. He visited Auburn, but he's a 2020 class.
Now there's a Bosco in New Jersey too. That's
There
good,
is
right?
in Bosco.
Yeah.
I
This
can't
is St. John Bosco.
St. John
The one in New
from
Jersey
Cali.
is.
Now we got on
Bosco.
this. We got on this just
Yeah.
letting the people know that this is who Hoover plays. These top teams.
Yeah.
And Ellenbrook ain't got no chance
Yeah,
right.
in the playoffs when this.
So now,
Yeah, we broke
let's
off.
close it down.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hit on this game a lot faster than we normally would, and it's not like it's a second tier game. It's a very dangerous game, and I want Gus to lead us off on this. Have you missed any Etowah games this year?
I haven't missed. I'm like Shannon. I haven't missed the Etowah game. Man, I couldn't tell you when. I think the last one was when my good buddy got married, Tommy McConnell. I
Okay,
had to go to that, but
So-
I'll hit on this. And,
Etowah 11-0 playing, in my opinion, a dangerous center point game.
well, I'm not going to make no
6 and
prediction.
5.
I'm not going to make no prediction on this game, because I am on Etowah sidelines on Friday nights. But I'm just going to kind of give you a little of what's going on. I don't know no game plans. I don't know none of that. And if I did, I wouldn't share it. But to me, I feel like Etowah's defense is fixing to give them something they haven't gotten all year long, and that is hit, and that's hit quick, because realistically, them kids on the other side are fast, and they think they can get the edge, but you ain't getting the edge on
No.
Darren Wright and Carter Dingler or any of them guys. And when they do get in that secondary, if they do get in that secondary, you got a
There's more
6'3",
animals.
200-pound, 180, 200-pound corner that will hit you in Justin Harris now. And
They're Ricky.
yeah, they better not throw it up, because he's going to get it.
Yeah.
I honestly believe this. I believe whoever gets to 14 first wins the ball game,
I can see that.
because I don't see no 31-28, no 31-7. I hope it's 31-7 Etowah, but I don't see nothing like that, because Etowah is 3-1 against center point, and the last time they played them, I think, was in 2011 when Etowah had the real good team with Dalton Wadley as the quarterback and Peterson at receiver, and I think we won like 21. They won like 21-14 or 21-20, something like that. It's close. I just don't see a high scoring game here. Like I said, I see whoever gets to 14 winning, because Center Point's defense is pretty good.
Well, I'm going to throw in the stat for you.
They're pretty good.
And all their big losses this year, they're averaging about 7 points per game
Yeah.
against the good teams.
Yeah.
And none of those teams feature a defense like Etowah. Minus some crazy turnover, I don't see them scoring
As,
more than
as,
7
a,
to 10
as a
points.
coach said the other night after the ball game, we was sitting around talking, he said, we're going to overwhelm them like they ain't never been overwhelmed before in their life. And I honestly believe this coach, when he says things, I believe everything he says, because he's a heck of a coach and we all know him. But he said it. He said, we're going to overwhelm them like they've never been overwhelmed before. And with this defense, you can overwhelm a lot. A lot of things.
Center Point has not seen a defense anywhere close to as good as Etowah's defense is.
Etowah, when we did that video and you were in the room, there is a chemistry there.
There he is.
And it goes from Coach Wadley, Coach Pierce, and it just relevates out through these players.
You can feel it as soon as you walk in the room. with them.
It's there. These guys are a unit, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's one of those things where, now I grew up playing ball in Bradley Apartment. I grew up with Jason Presley. He used to beat my teeth in, but he'd also take me and we'd win a lot of games. I didn't have to ask Jason where he was, and Jason didn't have to ask me where I was on a pick and roll and things like that. We knew. It's the same thing with his defense. You know where they're going to be. You know what they're going to do. You got to be very disciplined to beat them. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This is a quote from Shannon Woods. I'm going to read Shannon's not here tonight, but I'm going to read what Shannon sent as his prediction, and it makes a lot of sense. Center Point, super athletic, not well disciplined. Offensively, they're only averaging about 21 a game. They beat up on the weaker teams in the region, not really competitive against the stronger teams. They've been shut out twice this year. Their defense ain't bad, but they've pitched 2 shutouts themselves this year. Shannon's quote was, look at Etowah to set the tone early, and Shannon predicted Etowah on a 31-0 win. Shannon thinks they're going to break their will, score early once or twice, and then get up on them, and then the defense pins their ear back. I think the biggest thing Shannon said right there is they're not disciplined enough to beat Etowah.
I think in this game here, special teams are huge. I think they're real huge because a kickoff return could happen at any moment by them, I believe. And I've also noticed that, man, they sure do get back there on that punter awful quick. And I hope we're ready up front to block that, because a block punt is crucial. It could change the game. And I see, something like that. But like I said, I think, they're going to be overwhelmed. As soon as they're on offense and they come off that sideline, they go, these dudes, man, they for real. Now, we're going down in the middle of Birmingham, but they're going to be hit like they ain't never been hit before. Because Etowah's, I can't say it enough, Etowah's defense is legit, man.
I think they're the best.
They're the best defense I've ever seen in high school football. And I hope they don't get the big head for this. But this team right here is athletically is better than we were in '99, and I've said this before. The only thing we had in '99 that this team don't have yet, and it's just right there. All they got to do is just reach over and get it. Is for me to come up to you and put my arm around you and tell you I love you. Now these kids do love each other, and but I'm talking about getting close.
Yeah,
and they are close. They're very close. But it's got to get a little bit more deeper than that, and there's a few little things that they got to clean up on Friday nights, and they're a state championship caliber team because they're better than we were in '99 athletically right now. That's saying a lot because you got $1 million running back here.
In
they got a very good running back too.
In 1992, Alabama won a national championship, and a quote from Jay Barker. I'm not saying that he wasn't a great quarterback, but he said, as an offense, if we got 3 points on the board, we felt pretty good about winning. And I think that's how Etowah feels right now. You put any points on that board, you feel pretty good. Hey, I think our defense is good enough.
I'm going to go one step further. I think they're pretty confident they can score 7-14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not even joking. That's kind of hilarious to say that.
Yeah.
But it's not that hilarious.
There has been games where Etowah, had they not
Ricky
scored
Wright's got
any...
5 touchdowns now defensively.
Etowah, there's been several games where their offense didn't have to score and they still would have won the game. Because the defense outscored their offense.
Well, as the regular season ended, their defense had scored more points than the opposing team's offenses.
Yeah. I think I read where they have 11 maybe it was
9.
11 defense.
It was 9 when we made that video, and they've scored
11.
since then.
Now, we didn't score one the other night, Friday night, but I could see us scoring one tonight. And another name that you didn't throw out there a while ago, and I got to give him some mad credit because I stand right there beside him a lot on Friday nights. And when we know Coach Pierce because he's been an Etowah boy, a Tala boy, and we know Jameson because he's an Tala boy. But hey, Matthew Bone, the secondary coach, man, he is killer at a defensive assistant coach. I mean, Wadley has 2 of the best assistant, along with Raheem Gibbs in the press box, just the eye in the sky that's letting him know everything. But Wadley's got some of the best defensive assistant coaches in the state, and Hoover would.
I'd love to see him. I'd love to see Etowah play someone like Witherspoon.
Oh man!
Hey, we talked about that the other day. I asked Coach Pierce and Skylar Ray, the offense coordinator. I asked them. I said, "Wouldn't it be fun to play Witherspoon, a kid that's rushing for 508 touchdowns a game, and they're putting up? I'd see what we could do against that, but we got to back up the Hope Bluff. I mean, they ain't never been hit like they've been hit.
Right. I think Hope Bluff kind of showing.
But
we got to shut this down. We ran long, but it's been fun.
Before you shut it down, I just want to tell everybody out there, and what y'all are doing is amazing. I mean, I look forward to every day to getting up and flipping on Facebook to get this, or YouTube or whatever. Y'all are doing an outstanding job.
Appreciate it, man.
And I mean, the kids around this area deserve
they
this.
They watch it too, man.
And they watch it. But I'm telling you, I take a lot of the stuff y'all do on y'all's college preview show, and I take it and put it in my little house.
You put a feather in
the house, But hey, these guys right here, along with Wood and Dax, when he's here, man, y'all do a great job, and y'all are very, very knowledgeable at this sport, and it's just an honor to sit in here and
welcome back
talk this, man. This is awesome.
Get your blood flowing again.
I got chill bumps right
now.
We
got to give Lori a shout out because after
behind the camera.
Here's what people don't realize: like when we do this, and we're all sleeping. And I'm not even saying this like jokingly. There's been several nights where she's up to 5 a.m. and then she goes to work
Wow.
at 9 a.m.
And see, we go to sleep and we wake up.
Right.
There's the video
Video.
waiting for
The
us to
video's up.
share.
And she's got to chop it, encode it, piece it together. So Lori Partee needs a big shout out on what she does. Because everybody sees us, they don't see her, but they don't realize is when we're sleeping. We're asleep at 10, 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
She's up sometimes till 5.
Yep.
And the longer this video goes, but she's about to hit us with a machete, it takes her longer to do. So
But she does a good job.
she does a great job.
Right.
We're
I
gonna,
just want to give my prediction. It's ironic.
yeah, we ain't
didn't get that.
Etowah prediction.
Etowah. Give me a
It's
picture.
ironic that they're going to be playing on Bowman Field. And
Coach Bowman.
I see a omen here. The pick six is coming back. Etowah 21-6.
Boom. Etowah.
Etowah 28-0.
I can't go as high as Shannon. Shannon's at 31-0. I'm looking for a little bit of a nasty, physical, just grinded out 24-10 Etowah.
I'm along with you. I believe it'd be something like a 21-14, 14-7, something like that.
They're gonna grind it out, Etowah.
Grind it hard
I
nose.
think they missed the extra point field goal. I think it's 20-0.
20-0. Shut it down. Average Joe's Sports Talk High School preview show. Second round of the playoffs. It's heating up. Look for us. Listen for us. 103.9 FM for Hoax Bluff game.
Yep.
Hit the subscribe button and please hit the bell for the notification when the new videos drop. Average Joe Sports Talk. We're out.